Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy leaks coming out, and with this leak information, a lot of folks out here are basically saying like that Sony is once again making a massive big mishap. Now you guys may or may not have heard about this, but there's a really big link that kind of came out with a lot of information, a lot of different games, a lot of big PlayStation games, and we're going to show you guys that, but as well, going to talk about the kind of big issue this is all causing. Now, in case you guys don't know, it's involving a pretty specific and pretty popular PS4 game that might be coming out on PS5. And now, for most traditional ways of saying that, doesn't sound that bad. But I'll be honest, you guys will probably get my thoughts, and I think a lot of people on the internet and Twitter and Reddit and everywhere also kind of agree. So let's go talk about this, talk about these big leaks, talk about brand new games, and talk about kind of a stupid play that Sony's doing. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Twitter links down below, a giveaway link down below. Like I said, Twitter and Twitch, make sure you guys are subscribed, and let's dive into the video. So in case you guys kind of missed it, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. There is a very peculiar game that is apparently going to get a remake. Now, this is not a cool game or something that I'm looking forward to, like Bloodborne, but this is something that I myself am not the biggest fan of. So there was a really kind of big leaked document that kind of came on out, and a lot of people discussing this, where Horizon, you heard me correctly, this game literally just came out. Horizon, not the second one obviously too, but Horizon, the very first game, is going to be getting a PlayStation 5 remaster. What is going on? So I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of drama for The Last of Us, where we had the PS3, PS4 remaster remake, and now we just had the brand new version. Now it is definitely a graphical improvement, don't get me wrong, but I would almost push even more that Horizon itself, which you guys can see on the screen right over here, does not need a remaster at all. It does not need it. So here's kind of, let's go through it really quick, and you guys can see where my rant's going. Horizon 2 open world, PS5 on top of that. Horizon 2 DLC and support. So we might be expecting a DLC. We did leak that about a week ago or so, where some of these mocap actors were talking about it and tweeting about it, and it actually got pulled really quickly, but we did make a video on that already, if you guys saw that throughout the week. Horizon 2 to be determined, though, as well for PC. That's kind of a given. We're almost like expecting this, but it's more intriguing that this seems like it's pretty much confirmed. But the big thing that's getting everyone up in arms is the Horizon PS5 remaster for the PS5. Now, as we mentioned, does this game need a remaster? I would say no. I think the game itself looked very good as is. Granted, it could always be a little bit better, and maybe usable on the PS5. But why does it need a full-on remaster? Why can't it just have a PS5 version and how they do it, how they did with Ghost of Tsushima, and you just pay the extra $10? You pay $10, you get the PS5 version, you get a few more different features or adapted feedback things or controller features or whatever. Sure, I'm okay with that. I'm totally down with that, at least in my opinion. But the one biggest struggle with all this is that, man, I just don't think it needs it. And I really don't like the idea of Sony pushing all of these same games that are not needed. Like, people could still buy the original Horizon. If anything, I think people are kind of Horizoned out because a lot of folks had to go and buy the Horizon PS5 bundle. So, I mean, the game's not bad. I enjoyed Horizon 2, it wasn't awful. But it really is strange that they're trying to rematch this game. Like, I almost feel like Sony thinks this game is more popular than it really is. It's not a bad game, but it's not the best game. And there's a lot of other games out there that have been older. And this is where I think a lot of people, myself included, are getting upset with it. There's a lot of games out there that are older, and they could be remastered, and there would actually be a big graphical jump that people would be impressed with. You want to have bad PR on, and someone like me, I'm critiquing it. Like, I critiqued The Last of Us remake a lot. It did end up turning good. Like, I've been kind of casually playing up on my Twitch stream. It has been looking really good. I love it. But the one big struggle with that is the fact of, well, looked good before too, and same with this Horizon thing too as well. Like, it just doesn't seem that bad already. So why do you have to invest all this time, money, and manpower into making this? Because it's just, bro, like, you don't have to do that. Like, the game already looks good. Just maybe spend $10 and do it. So a lot of people are kind of critiquing out these big leaks, and it does seem like a lot of big name news sources have been confirming that it's true. A lot of these big name sources are saying like, hey, this does seem right. And yeah, my other internal leak systems are also assuming it's right. Like, all this put together, it seems like it's legit. Like, it seems like it's actually going on. And then it just makes me sad, because I don't want to keep on having these same games remade. Are we going to have Ratchet and Clank go and remade for the PS6? are going to keep on seeing these same exact games consistently just being remade over and over and over again. Is this going to be trying to become like a new Skyrim? All this stuff put together is just not what I like to see. I expect new games. I want these big, good game studios making different types of games. And they're complaining about how like Call of Duty and they can't compete with multiplayer. Then get some of these god tier devs and go and put them on a really cool multiplayer game and try to go compete with Call of Duty. Like, why are they just remastering and remaking these last games, especially when all these games beforehand had so many issues? Like, there was so much bad PR and so many people critiquing the Last of Us remake, and especially with it being a $70 version. Now, once again, I don't mind if they spend $10. I think it's a little bit bad, obviously, but I don't mind it that bad if they go and spend $10 and you go get a slightly better game with slightly better, like, feedback, controllers, graphics, audio updates, 4K, all of that. I mean, it takes a lot of work. I get it. But why? Like, why are we just sticking with this same cycle? I don't know, give me your thoughts on this one, because a lot of people were upset with Sony, and I'm in that same exact boat. But they also did have a few other things tied on in with Horizon VR, so we kind of knew about that coming soon. Fire Sprite 2 as well, doing some Heartbreak, which is a survival horror game on the Unreal Engine 5 on PS5 and PC. We have Sumo 2 as well, as you guys can see with Sackboy and Making Carbon. More apparently Destruction All-Stars, and also Red Star. We also did already know about the Returnal on PC that was leaked for a while, and a few other various intriguing games too coming out with like Condemn, Bates, and a few other ones tied on in with some survival horror games and open world games and gas games too as well. So, we're seeing this stuff, like we're seeing all these coming on out, and I just really think Sony's missing the mark. Like, you make new games. Like the DLC, I like that. I think that's a good idea. I think people like the game. You're gonna have people buying the Horizon bundles. That's a good idea. Remaster, though, for a game that came out on the PS4, I don't think it's needed. I really, really don't think it's needed. And the big reason why these sales maybe did so good is because there isn't that many games on the PS5, and obviously people did like the Horizon game. But I just don't think they liked it enough to want to remake it again. Now, same thing with, like I said, with The Last of Us. So it's just polarizing, because I just feel like Sony's always taken one step back nowadays this console generation. So as I mentioned too, the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster rumors have allegedly surfaced, and a lot of folks are saying that's true. It would be noted that we haven't been able to independently verify the sporacity of this spreadsheet we showed you guys, but at least we do know the Horizon remaster is confirmed. Also, some people are saying it might be kind of easy to fake, but at the same time, too, I'm more focused on the PS5 remaster, which has been confirmed by other sources, as well, so you guys know. So in the document, too, just to kind of round it on out, which almost certainly has come out in Europe, if legitimate, and exclusive studios like Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch doesn't reveal too much. It appears to be dated to 2021, and references to aforementioned remaster of Alloy's inaugural adventure, as well as Horizon's multiplayer spin-off, which is listed as a service game and will come also to PC. Other projects like survival horror Heartbreak from the Liverpool-based Fire Sprite has been hinted at before through various shop listings as well. Like I kind of said, like some of these kind of seem like kind of somewhat common. So judging from the document, many of the PlayStation's upcoming projects are planned for PC, which is also nice to see. Although once again, and I'm not really the biggest fan of having to pay $70 for some of these on PS5, which also includes the multiplayer game from London Studio, which I'm very excited for. More multiplayer, the better. Which currently doesn't even have a code name. The project from Ballistic Moon, labeled as Bates, is also listed for PS5 and PC, and we first reported on this game earlier in the year. So for this, their article itself too. We also did go and have a chance to go leak up the Death Stranding, which we made a video on a few days ago too as well. So one other big thing is that Red Star game, which is a vehicular combat game, so maybe think like a, I don't know, Tower of Tanks or whatever the game's called, World of Tanks, which also listed in development as Destruction All-Stars developer Lucid Games. So we actually might have that same similar type style, and maybe even Twisted Metal, because a lot of folks wish that game was just going to be Twisted Metal in the first place too. So we're seeing some other stuff with like open world games, we're seeing some other stuff with like Destruction All-Stars, and all that type of stuff, but like I said, it kind of just goes and makes me sad seeing the fact that Sony is kind of losing its originality. I want more games like God of War. I want more games like a brand new Horizon. I want more of that. I don't want to keep on having these remakes over and over and over again, which are not really going too good, and they're not kind of pogging off too much. It just kind of makes me sad. It really does kind of make me sad to go and see. And I wish they would put more money, more time, more developer power into other various games, and I don't know, it's just disappointing to go see. Give me your thoughts. Like, I know a lot of people are upset with The Last of Us. I was kind of that same boat, too. They're just trying to overcharge us for a $70 game. And, I mean, like I said, if it was $10, I wouldn't mind. Maybe it could still be, but just how Sony's been, I don't think it will be. So I don't know. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Twitter and Twitch stream down below, Target links down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.